My brown bag is somewhere around there. I dumped it because we've had to move a few times.
Okay, Caroline, could you please tell us about your organization?
So I'm here in Colombia launching a campaign called Valuable, and that is a worldwide call to action for business to recognise the value of the 1 billion people in the world with a disability and to position them equally on the business agenda. I have a date here at One Young World on the 6th of October, main stage, to make this worldwide call to action. And the reason I am talking to you right now is I've just finished a 1,000 kilometre journey on horseback from Cartagena here to Bogotá 2 days ago because I wanted to start a global conversation to make as much noise as I could before I got on the stage on the 6th of October, not only in Colombia but out of Colombia. And this epic journey was retracing the footsteps of Simón Bolívar, that 1,000 kilometres, that epic journey of change and transition. So this has been an extraordinary adventure for me on horseback, but the best bit of all were the people that I met along that 30-day journey, which is actually 1,200 kilometres, through this amazing country of Colombia, who has made this campaign possible. We have now reached 30 million people in 4 weeks, and I am so proud. So we have a big day tomorrow. Fingers crossed we can get business to do some action.
That sounds amazing, actually. But could you tell us how did you end up being an advocate for disabilities?
So how I became an advocate was kind of by accident. I was born with a very rare condition called ocular albinism. It means I'm registered blind and I can't see the camera. I do have vision, but very low. I'm very severely visually impaired. My parents never told me that I was visually impaired and did not send me to a special school. And I found out by accident when I was 17 years old that I was registered blind. And at 17, I did not want a label of disability and I hid it for 11 years. I went to business school. I ended up in Accenture, a massive global consultancy firm. And it was only when I was in the business 2.5 years that my eyes got into real trouble. And I finally came out of the closet and admitted and accepted my sight. It was a really tough journey. And so when I finally did that, I did my very first adventure, which was to go across India on an elephant and become Mowgli from the Jungle Book. And after that adventure, I said I can't go back to Accenture because in my own acceptance of my own disability, I learned the scale of the exclusion of the 1 billion people in the world with a disability, and I wanted to try and do my small bit to make a change. And I believe that change would be made possible by business being involved in this conversation.
There are a lot of people that are listening to you, people probably with a disability. What to tell them, how to reach their goals, how not to be stopped by their, disability?
Well, I was in a position for a long time that I hid my disability because I was worried that I would be stopped achieving my goals. Even here in Colombia, when I was halfway through my 1,000 kilometre journey, I had a really bad wobble. I was scared of telling the team how little I saw because I didn't want to look like I was weak. The only thing that I can say is every single one of us has dreams and ambitions, talents, abilities, potential. No one person should ever be defined by a medical condition. We are so much more than one thing in ourselves. And for me, the only advice I can give is listen to yourself and your gut. Don't let anybody else determine what you want to do or who you are. Find friends like yourself for support because that's really important. Seek out the role models that exist. I know for me that when I see role models, then I have the courage to be better. But what I do believe is we cannot, unfortunately, change what happens to us because we can't. But we do have a choice how we respond. And you should never let anybody tell you what to do or how to be or how to dream or how to live. It's your choice. And it's trying to find that strength and self-belief. And it's not easy. It is not easy. Actually, at times it's harder than I can even tell you. And my disability is minor. But I do know it's just keep picking yourself back up again because you have no idea how much strength that you have that you didn't realize.
Thank you very much.
That okay?
Awesome.